welcome, and we're on the road again. How about that? What is season 5? This is turning out to be of community storytelling. Linda Leicester of Leicester Square, we can't thank you enough for your continued support. So where are we? Well, don't get too jealous. You're gonna say, oh, can I come? We're in the lounge of the Los Gatos Theatre. And no, it's not open yet, so you can't come in. But I have the man next to me who's gonna be opening those doors in a very short time. We'll get to that in a minute. But we have with us Paul Gunsky of Cinelux Theatres. And how many are there?
There's 6.
Okay,
this will be 7.
Let's see if I know all the names. I used to go to the one in Almaden. There's Morgan Hill, I was just there. Campbell, Capitola, Gilroy, Aptos? No.
Scotts Valley.
Scotts Valley, close.
Very close.
And soon to be Los Gatos.
Soon to be Los Gatos.
How about that?
Yes, and we also have one being renovated in Brentwood as well.
All right.
Yeah.
This is something else. I mean, I'm sitting here in the movie theater that you will soon be in. So let's talk a little bit. There's so much to say. Where do we start? I want to start with the history of this theater because it is a wonderful story. It's a wonderful story. And then we'll talk about Los Gatos getting this theater, who donated it to them, and where Cinelux came from. But let's start. 1915. Take us back. Take us back.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think we were sitting next to each
Right,
other.
right. So the theater was built as the Strand Theater in 1915 in downtown Los Gatos.
And who were the Strands? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Me neither. I didn't know where they came from.
I don't know if there was a Strand or if that was just a common name for a movie theater. The Strand.
The Strand.
Yeah.
And basically the same size as it is now?
Same footprint, yes.
Same footprint.
Same footprint.
And because if I'm right, I think this is the oldest theater in Santa Clara County. Oh, saying
Boy,
right.
okay.
I think Wikipedia.
I think you're right, Lisa. Yeah, I think you're correct.
So 1915, we got the Strand Theater, and then merrily along until
the earthquake.
Well, wasn't there a fire in 1929?
Or, excuse me. Let's go back. You're correct.
There was
1929, there was a fire. Had to be rebuilt.
The whole thing, or pretty much.
From what the history books say, yes.
All right.
Yes.
And then rebuilt, and I think in the 40s, it became Los Gatos Theater.
Correct.
And is that when the big marquee went up outside?
Good question. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. It was certainly renamed, though, as the Gatos, the Los Gatos.
And because you grew up around this area, right?
I did, yes, yes. Came to the theater many times when Carmel Carmack operated the theater.
Now, who is that?
So Carmel, she acquired the theater at some point, and I don't know if it was the 60s or 70s, but she and her family owned the theater, and I think she actually lived up in the area that we're at right now.
In the lounge?
Right. This was a single-screen theater, and this was a living area up here.
Wow.
And this was her home.
This was her home. And I take it she's gone.
Yeah. Yes.
And then sold it to somebody else along the way, I guess.
I think it was her passing that promoted the sale of the theater back in 2011-ish.
That's when the Goetz family came in.
Correct.
I mean, the Goetz family, such big philanthropists of Los Gatos anyway, they buy this theater and they gutted it, right?
Absolutely. When the Goetzes acquired the theater in 2011, I believe, they really took their time in analyzing the building and determining the best use of how to reinvent this wonderful theater.
Well, and I know Mrs. Goetz wanted the Art Deco look to come back, which is probably what it had in 1915. And boy, did she do that.
Right.
I mean,
right. She had a consultant. And
the
made
railing,
sure,
you know, on the staircase.
The pewter railing, yeah.
And the sconces and the chandeliers.
Yeah. The renovation, and renovation, I don't really even think does justice to the word of what they've done here.
Oh.
It is over the top. This theater is, after the transformation, it is really in better condition than it ever has been.
Well, you're a movie man. Have you ever gone to another town or city and seen a theater like this one?
This is very unique. Very, very unique. There's a Stanford Theater right here locally up in Palo Alto. Different though, much, much different. And It takes a philanthropist to come in to really resurrect and save a building, and that's what happened here.
Well, I was told the appraisal on just the furniture and the accessories, the lighting, all of this, like $350,000. I mean, it's just more than people do on their mansions. I mean, it's just the feeling. It gives me chills to really sit amongst these huge portraits of stars from the past.
The Goetz made an investment into this theater for the community for many, many years. And what they did here, it's nothing short of just amazing. And we're very fortunate as a community to have this theater to go on for generations and to be here. Most movie theaters of this nature, unfortunately, most of these theaters end up being converted to something else.
Something that makes more money.
Right.
Yeah.
Or get torn down, whatever it might be.
Well, I'm hoping that someday a plaque will be put up outside, you know, with something about the Goetz family, because this is a big deal. We're getting closer to that part where we're gonna, well, first off, we're gonna talk about the pandemic. You know, they do all this work. I mean, didn't it reopen in 2014? They had it till, I think it was March 6th of 2020. I think that was the last time anybody stepped foot in here until the Goetz family came and said to the town, would you like to have this theater? Do you, okay, let's take a guess. March 6th, I went and looked on their website. What do you think the movies were showing? March 6th, 2020. What do you think they were advertising?
I was going to say Sonic the Hedgehog, because I know that was one of our last films. But apparently it wasn't. I think it was...
It was Emma.
Emma?
And Onward.
Onward, okay.
Those were the last two. It said coming soon, you know, coming March 6th. That was it. And then the pandemic. And I know every time people walk by this theater, they just wanted to cry. You just wanted to go in so badly, so badly. It's just incredible. And you know, but the Goetz family has been so good about being socially conscious in this town that something was always put up on the marquee, you know, we're united, we're with you, Black Lives Matter. They always took care of that. You know.
Mask up, Los Gatos, we've got this.
Yes, congratulations to Los Gatos class of 2022, 2021. I mean, they kept this place alive even though the doors were closed. And then the day came that they decided, you know what, we're gonna give this to the town. You pick up the pieces from there.
They made this wonderful donation to the town of Los Gatos.
Can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But I think they did it with the promise that this place would be preserved and taken care of, and again made part of the community.
Right.
So the town did not want to be in the movie business. Who can blame them, right? I mean, it's a full-time business for you.
Tough business, yeah.
And they needed somebody to take it over, so you had several people, several companies wanting to do it. You guys were picked. What was your mission statement? What did you say you were going to do for the town and for this theater?
I think the main focus of what we had in our presentation to the town, it was more of an information gathering effort on the city, on the town's part. They really wanted to understand the process, so they put this request for proposal out. And our concept was, this is a movie theater. I didn't want to make any promises that I was going to do any live performances or anything of that nature, that its primary focus would be of what it was intended to be, and that is a movie theater showing movies.
Right.
And we really stuck to that. And we really didn't change our model much at all from what we're doing at our other theaters, where we'll use Hollywood for local charities. So on a big opening film, we'll engage typically with local nonprofits, and they can come in and they can sell tickets to it. And it's a real win-win situation where these nonprofits that benefit children, schools, etc., benefit from that. And that's the same philosophy that we're going to bring in here. Let's let the movies be the attraction to sell themselves in this beautiful theater.
Well, I don't know. KCAT might take you up on one of those evenings when you opening night. We'll sell tickets and make a little money for our nonprofit.
There you go.
We got a deal.
There
Because
you
you know
go.
what? We know you. So I want to talk about the present, and everybody wants to know when we're going to open. Are you going to be making any changes? Things like that. But I think first we got to take a walk to Leicester Square. It's not that far. You got your tennies on? Well, let's do it. And we will be right back. I'm sitting with Paul Gunsky of Cinelux Theatres, and I, of course, am your pal, Lissa Kreisler, and thank you for being with us at Community Storytelling. So here we are at Leicester Square. I'm busy today. Started with Phil's Coffee, of course. I've already ordered my lunch from Super Duper. They'll be bringing it out to me curbside. I dropped off Toby Tobes, my cat, at the vet. He needs a rabies vaccine. I'm looking at the signs. We've got an MD, we've got attorneys, we've got realtors here. Leicester Square. Linda Lester, thank you for all you do, not only for Los Gatos, but for building this square for me. Well, that was a quick walk back from Leicester Square. Thank you, Linda Lester, for all you do for KCAT TV. I'm Lissa Kreisler. You're watching Community Storytelling, and we're actually in the lounge of the Los Gatos Theater. And I got to tell you, I've been wanting this interview for so long, so badly. We're sitting with the man now, Paul Gunsky, who runs Cinelux Theatres. And I guess it started as your dad's business, right?
That's correct, yeah.
And then you took over. And then you have your kids running it?
I do, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are they working the concession stand or something a little more important?
Ooh, my son, he oversees a few of our theaters. He's doing a terrific job. And like myself, he got started at a very young age and saw it from the ground up. And yeah, he's doing a much better job than I ever did at his age. So.
Well, I can tell you as a town, we cannot wait for that opening day to go up on the Gatos marquee. When do we think that opening day may be? And I know you can't give us an exact date, but when are you kind of looking at?
Great question. We're hoping it'll be in early fall. Don't have a specific date yet. Still working out a few details with vendors as well as the city at the town. And once we get everything lined up, then we're going to go ahead and do a hiring push and training. A few little TLC issues here, very minor, and get open. I can't wait for that day, but I would look for it, you know, late September, early October-ish.
We're kind of in the doldrums right now for big theater movies anyway, right?
Correct, yeah.
So the timing will be perfect. Maybe, well, let's see, I'm trying to think what's coming out in the fall that we could wait for. I don't know.
You got Wakanda Forever, which is going to be very popular.
That's a big, Mission Impossible is not coming out till next year, though, right?
Pushed to next year.
Pushed to next year.
Yeah.
Did Tom Cruise have something to do with that? Probably. He's a powerful man, from what I hear. But here we are in this beautiful lounge, and I remember when the Goetz family redid this. And first off, everything looks brand new. It looks like nobody's even sat in any of these chairs. And you got your ottomans, and the things recline, and you're looking at big stars around you. Will there be a lot of things that you have to do to reopen?
Not really. The theater is in impeccable condition. There's a few little TLC things that we're going to do behind the scenes, but overall, it's going to be really coming down to EQing the sound systems.
Sure.
They've been idle for a little bit.
They have been.
Yeah.
2+ years.
Right. Projectors and things of that nature.
And you're still going to have the ticket taker outside in that the booth
the
where
little
you
box
sit. Oh
office
my
out
God,
there.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the concession stand, will you be adding wine and beer and
We
cocktails or whatever?
We will,
Because I know
yes.
you guys started doing that in all of your theaters.
Yeah.
Good old popcorn.
Absolutely.
Does every movie theater sell the same brand?
Good question.
Because I'm a popcorn aficionado.
So in normal times, which we're not in right now.
Right.
But in normal times, you can actually specify your seat. It could be Weaver popcorn, or it could be Orville Redenbacher's. It could be a whole sundry of different choices. Now, because of the supply chain shortage, most theaters are happy to get whatever corn they can.
I
to
get
buy,
it. Even
to
if
be-
it's
to be honest with you.
microwavable. Yeah, microwavable.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
And what, I'm just really curious. With your ordering at all your other cinemas, top 3 candies.
Oh, my top 3
Well,
candies?
yours, and then we'll do the
Okay.
general public.
I think, well, the number 1 is always Red Vines or Twizzlers.
Yes.
I'm a Red Vines fan.
I'm a Twizzlers fan.
Okay. Then after that, I believe it's Raisinets,
Oh, I was going to say Junior Mints.
and then Junior Mints.
What about Milk Duds?
They're up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not available right now. Supply chain.
Really?
Mhm.
Is that owned by Hershey's?
Yes, it is.
Because Hershey's has already put out the word for Halloween that there's going to be a candy shortage. And I don't know if they're doing that to make us buy it now or whatever and eat it now, but
Right,
that's what they're
right.
saying. So we're going to have, and what is the opening going to be like? Are you going to make a big splash out of it?
We're going to work very closely with the chamber and make an event out of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a red carpet
I
maybe?
think so. I think so.
I
That'd
mean,
be fun.
Tell me, how excited are you about this?
Oh, to have the opportunity to reopen this theater, it's quite an opportunity. It's like something that's been handed to you, that you want to make sure that you're doing everything
Of
just
course.
right. And yeah, excited is an understatement.
I don't know, Morgan Hill has a theater and, Almaden area and Campbell, but this movie theater means so much to the town of Los Gatos. I think maybe more than any other town or city I know of. And I don't know why that might be. I guess because it's been here forever.
Well, I think you have to look at the town itself. The town itself is its own area, its own little geographic area that really isn't shared with too many other parts. You have to drive to get into.
You're right.
Preaching to
Yes.
the choir here, but the theater is in the heart of downtown.
Exactly.
Serving the downtown, serving the community. So there is an identity
Yes.
with this theater as the destination point in the downtown.
It is.
And it's missing right now. It's
It
missing.
truly is.
It is.
And like I said, once the Goetz family gave this to the town, the new marquee wording and stuff, it stopped, because Los Gatos town has much more things to worry about than, putting messages up for the rest of us. But people just want this so badly. I will be here on opening day no matter when it is.
Fantastic.
Tell me a little bit. I've always been curious. I'm a bit of a movie buff, not like you. Are you a movie buff? Would you say you're a movie
I'd say
buff?
so, yeah.
Do you go to the theaters to watch them, or do you get to screen them at home?
Oh, I go to the theaters.
Oh, which one's your favorite?
Oh gosh, that's a tough question. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I grew up working under my mother at the Almaden Twin.
Yes.
Back in the 70s. So that theater, even though it's 7 screens now, it's been remodeled and
Yes.
expanded, still holds a very special place in
I
my
get it.
heart.
I lived near there for 12 years. I was always at that movie theater. And Tuesdays, are you still going to have the lower pricing on Tuesdays and things like that?
Absolutely.
In Los Gatos too?
You'll be able to come to the Los Gatos Theater on Tuesday for $5 all day.
I'm here. I'm here. No community storytelling interviewing on Tuesdays. I will be busy. That's great, because that is the one thing about Cinelux. I think you are a little more affordable than some of the other movie theaters.
We do our best, yeah.
And I hope that trend continues even for Los Gatos. Tell me the process of picking movies. So we only have 2 screens here. So you got to make sure you get the right ones.
Right.
What goes into that?
So with a 2-screen theater, it is very, you have to be very, very selective.
Yeah.
Because if you pick the wrong film, you're compelled to play that film for 2, 3, 4 weeks minimum.
That's the minimum usually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every film is different. Every studio is a little bit different. But you're gonna have a screen tied up
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time. So in Los Gatos, family films do very well. Upscale films do very well. Films with a great storyline do very well. Films that attract women do very, very well. Action films do very, very well.
Okay,
So
I think you've named everything
yeah,
here.
I mean, it's a wonderful community. Over the years, Los Gatos has supported many different genres.
Yeah, and we are a big community. We look after each other, and I love this place. I love this place, and I'm so excited. We had just bought a place here, my significant other and I, and then the movie theater was closed. And it was like, oh, you know, we were looking forward just to being able to walk down here. But now we will be in another couple of months. Yeah. So are there certain, I mean, you've over your time picked some movies yourself. I mean, are there certain actors you've kind of favored?
If I had to...
if you had to pick.
It's just, you know, everyone has their own little idiosyncrasies. I love Bill Murray.
Okay, as does half the nation at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, you know, he's kind of wacky. He's funny. He can do drama, comedy.
Yeah.
I think One About Bob is one of his best films. Yeah.
So we're going to open in another couple of months in the fall. Christmas time, are we going to, you know, do special things for the holidays? I know you said this is a movie theater. Special events will involve the showing of a movie. Because I know the town has asked you to set aside a certain amount of times a year to open it up for community. Any ideas running through your mind of what can be done?
Yeah, we have to look at the release schedule and see what movies are going to be playing. But the no-brainer part is the parade, which is right down there. And we look forward to opening the theater up for the judges to be right on the balcony here.
I don't know if you know that. I had never been to this lounge area, but you open up the doors and there is a balcony with seats on it. Where I didn't realize I'll be below announcing the parade. I'm going to look up and start waving to the judges. That is just amazing.
Yeah.
Anything else that we should really look forward to?
You know, we're going to work closely with the chamber, and it would be nice to do something very holiday oriented, so we'll see as we get closer to it.
And I'm hoping that maybe KCAT and Cinelux Theatres can maybe do some projects together too. I mean, heck, we're on the big screen. Not quite as big as yours.
Sounds like a plan.
You are a delight. Your family watches a lot of movies. Your whole life is movies. Yeah. Just always thinking about the next movie to see.
You know, aren't movies great? I mean, you can just turn your brain off for a couple hours, escape into the wonderful world of movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I let you go, 2 of your favorite recent movies you've seen.
So last week, I saw the re-release of Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I can't tell you why, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
One more.
Top Gun.
Okay, well, okay.
Sorry, I got to go there.
I've got to go with Elvis and Where the Crawdads Sing.
Okay, well, wait, hang on. Hang on.
Are we backtracking here?
I could toss a coin with Elvis and but you know, just because Top Gun performs so well for the movie theaters.
I know.
And Tom Cruise has been such a wonderful steward for movie theaters during these times, I'm still going to go with Top Gun.
Okay.
Yeah, but Elvis was very good.
Austin Bishop, I'm hoping Oscar nomination. He was that good. He was that good. I feel like I'm Siskel and Ebert. I don't know. This has been the most fun. I hope you have enjoyed this interview as much as I have had doing it. I mean, this is just great. I can't wait for all of us to be sitting together here at the Los Gatos Theatre and getting popcorn and getting a glass of wine after you tell me we're going to have that too, and just enjoying one's companies and watching movies on the big screen. And Paul, thank you so much. And I'm so glad Cinelux is going to be managing this because I know your theaters and they're good.
Oh, thank you.
And this is going to be great too. And Goetz Family, we can't say goodbye without thanking you for giving this to the town and keeping it as stellar as it is. It's just beautiful, probably the most beautiful theater I have ever seen. Yeah. Community storytelling at its finest, at its best. I do want some popcorn now. I'm Lissa Kreisler. Thank you so much for being with us today. I want to say I'll see you at the movies, but that's not how I'm supposed to end this. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching Community Storytelling and watching KCAT TV 15.